Hey guys, Gerry here. Just wanted to do a quick alpha video on liquid staking tokens. A lot of people are curious what that actually means, especially with the launch of the new Luna X token through Stader Labs, which we'll get into in a minute. Um, you may have heard of LidoFi. These guys are a big staking provider for Ethereum, but they're also moving into other ecosystems, as you can see here. They actually provide the BETH that you see within the Anchor protocol, and they've also got B Luna here as well. So the idea behind a liquid staking token is that you have your native token that you stake to get proof of stake rewards. When you do that through Lido, they mint you basically an IOU token that represents your staked token, and then you can trade that token because it's liquid, meaning that it's usable, composable within DeFi. So that's kind of the idea here. Is you stake your Ethereum, for instance, onto the Ethereum 2 beacon chain through Lido. They manage all of that for you, take a slight fee. You get 4.9% yield on your Ethereum, but then when you do that, you get this ST token back, and you can then use that within DeFi. So if we have a quick look at ST the Lido staked Ether token, you can see it's quite a big deal. It's the 30th largest token in all of crypto right now. So there's a lot of it. And the idea is that you can use it within DeFi, like I said. So a very popular strategy with liquid tokens is to come to some liquidity providers, decentralized exchanges. So 1inch, Uniswap, Curve, SushiSwap, that sort of thing. And you can provide into the LP pair. You can have your staked ETH on one side, an equal amount of ETH on the other, and then that provides liquidity for people to trade in and out of. And you get rewarded with a portion of the swap fees, but you're also getting staking rewards on this half of the pool as well. So it's a nice way to get extra yield without much impermanent loss. If you don't know what impermanent loss means, just pop it in YouTube. I'm sure you'll find some good videos on explaining how that works, but it's a very important concept to understand if you're ever providing liquidity or being an LP, as we call it. Marinade on Solana, they do something very similar. Stake your SOL, receive some M SOL, and then use it within DeFi. And again, Lido also provide ST SOL, which is an equivalent as well. I know Seb's quite, I think he's a fan of Marinade. Be interesting to see which provider ends up being used as collateral within Anchor on Luna. It could well be Lido because they're already providing the B Luna and B ETH, but there might be more over time. And I would think over time there's a good chance that Luna X ends up being within Anchor as well. But we'll see how we go. So just on Stader Labs, just check out their Twitter and their Medium. They've got a lot of good info on how to do this, but we'll walk you through it right now. That's not overly difficult. There's also frequently asked questions here with a bit more info on it. It just, again, it highlights the difference between a normal staked token that's not tradable and it's just locked up in staking. It takes 21 days to unbond it, get it back out. But with the liquid staking token, it's freely tradable straight away. And that means you can use it within DeFi for extra farming and utility. So that's why it's a big deal and quite popular. So connect to Stader, launch the app, make sure that your wallet's connected. I might need to refresh this actually. I think that's slightly out of date. As you can see, I've got 2.293 Luna. Now the idea is that we want to provide liquidity for Luna X and Luna in equal parts. And as you can see, there's extra Stader rewards, there's extra incentives to add this liquidity over just normal staked Luna. So it's a good chance to farm even more of this SD token during their community farming event. So what we want to do is, at the moment we have Luna, we don't have any Luna X. So we would want to convert half of our Luna to Luna X. So all I need to do is come into here and I should just be able to hit 50%. It works out half of my Luna holdings and works out how much Luna X I'll get in return. Now Luna X is probably trading at a very slight premium to Luna because people want their access to that liquidity it being fluid and they can use it straight away. So people will pay slightly more than native Luna because they don't want to be locked in staking for 21 days. So that's all we really need to do there. Hit stake. It's a little bit misleading because we're not actually staking it at this point. I think all we're doing is converting half of our Luna to Luna X. So that's the first step. While that's loading, I might just go back to the medium. Oh, there we go, it's back now. So now I've got half as much Luna, but I should have some Luna X, which we can't see here. So what we now need to do, all we've really done is convert half of our Luna to Luna X. Now we need to actually provide the liquidity. Unfortunately, it's not all within the Stader app. It just takes you out to Terra swap, and they probably could have done this a little better. It would have been nice if this pre-populated the correct token for you. But as you can see here, we've got our Luna, and we're under the provide tab within Terra swap. So we'll have to pop in Luna X. Oops, Luna X, there it is. And it's picked up my balance, so we do know that that's the correct token. Otherwise, my balance would be 0 if it was a fake Luna X. That's one thing you've got to be careful with decentralized exchanges. People can sort of create tokens and pop them in here, and they might be pretending to be something, but they're not. So now we're just going to go max. I think it's saying I don't have enough Luna X, so that's okay. We'll just bump this down a bit. There we go, it's happy now. So you might need to manually just add this in. You can see I've still got a little more Luna X here. At some point it's going to say that haven't quite got enough. There we go, that's pretty close. Actually still not there. All right, so now we'll provide. So I'm going to have a little bit, a very small amount of Luna X left in my wallet, but that's okay. Provide. Agree to the transaction. Failed. Okay. Happy days. Did that actually work? No. So to keep it simple, we'll just go with one Luna. See how we go this time. Just waiting for the transaction to go through. There we go. It did work that time, which is great. And I think that's all we've got to do. It might take a few moments for this to update, but we should now see that we're providing liquidity. It's now picked up my liquidity here. And that's it. I don't believe you have to actually come in and stake your LP token like you do in most of other DeFi applications. It's just picked up that we're providing liquidity. I believe that's it. You should see your rewards coming over time, but I think they only take the snapshot twice a week. So I'll find out in a few days' time if we've got some rewards accruing here, but I believe that's everything that you need to do. You can double check yourself by going through this medium. It's basically just going through the steps we just did. Stake, which swaps half your Luna for Luna X. Add liquidity, which takes you to Terra swap. Provide the liquidity. And yeah, it's saying now just sit back and watch the SD tokens grow in your account. So that's it, guys. Any questions, feel free to jump into the Discord and I'll try and help you out. Thanks for watching.